What's poppin', Pantherologists? Welcome to today's video, guys. Panther Nation, we have been killing these free agent videos. So today's video is going to be about the free agent defensive tackles that I think that the Carolina Panthers could or should target. Before we get into today's topic, I always ask that you all keep showing support by pounding that subscribe button if you haven't already. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Pound that like button, show some support, show some love, and then click that push notification bell so you get the new videos when they come out. Alright? So, like I said, we're going to talk about the free agent defensive tackles I think that the Carolina Panthers could or should target. And there's some good guys out there right now. So, as we all know, we are scanning the free agent pool to see which, defensive tackles the Panthers should obviously look at. So, now, as each day passes, we get closer to the frenzy of the NFL free agency. Now, the Panthers did a terrific job, building the interior of the defensive line last year by drafting Derek Brown with the 7th overall pick and then signing free agent Zach Kerr. So, Carolina will be looking, I think, to strengthen the inside with more quality and experienced depth players. So, like I said, today I'm going to take you in and look at the 4 options that the Carolina Panthers should consider as we near the free agency. So the first person I want to talk about here is Jonathan Hankins, who was with the Raiders, or who is with the Raiders. The Ohio State product was productive for the Raiders in 2020. Now, he played in 15 games, and while productive, he was underwhelming, though. He had 48 tackles, which were 27 solo tackles, and 1 sack. He provides depth, but he didn't demonstrate the consistency that the Raiders needed. Strong at the point of attack, Hank's skill set is strong in attacking the run. Liked by the staff and team, and it's not a boisterous leader. He does present a lead by example approach. Hankins has a very similar skill set to the Panthers rookie Derek Brown, but he does have a tad more experience. He hasn't quite lived up to his expectations since being drafted in the 2nd round by the New York Giants, but don't let that scare you away. The Panthers need to clog up run lanes better than they did this past season, and that's what Hankins does best. Next person I want to talk about here is Devin Godchaux. I cannot pronounce his last name, but he was with the Dolphins last year. This is perhaps the most intriguing situation involving a Dolphins unrestricted free agent. Devin had the misfortune of sustaining a pectoral injury 5 games into his contract year, which obviously didn't give him the chance to raise his market value. While he's been a starter for 3 years, and the stats show the Dolphins' run defense last season was much more effective after Devin was sidelined. Though some of that could be explained by simple natural progression. Still, the Dolphins gave up 126 rushing yards per game and a 5.0 average in their 5 games with Devin. And those numbers dropped to 112 yards and 4.3 average over the final 11. Even more significant, the Dolphins gave up 86.7 rushing yards per game and a 3.9 average in the final 6 games. As a rookie defensive tackle, Raquan Davis continued to develop. So, Devin Godchaux, I think is how you pronounce it, but I'm trying here, isn't going to provide much help as a pass rusher. He has 3 sacks in 52 career games. Now, although he is coming off an injury, I believe signing Godchaux would be a solid get for the Panthers. Much like Hankins, his best football is still ahead of him. it can't hurt for Carolina to take a flyer on him. And with his recent injury, how Miami's defense performed without him, makes him cheap. Next person I want to talk about here is Justin Ellis. He played with the Ravens, or he is with the Ravens. But Ellis amassed 17 tackles and 6 solo, 1 pass defended over 13 games, 3 starts, helping Baltimore's defense rank number 2 in both points allowed, which was 18.9, and third down efficiency, which was 34%. Ellis could re-sign with the team, but the Ravens will look to give second-year players Justin Madubuike and Broderick Washington more opportunities. Guys, I got to get better with these names. I'm sorry. After posting, I think, a solid year in 2017, we haven't heard much about Justin Ellis. So much of that can be, contributed to a knee injury that forced him to miss 22 games from 2018 and 2019. Now, in his first full year back, Ellis played in a very limited role and totaled just 17 tackles. So he will be extremely cheap and will provide the Panthers with some depth on the interior of the defensive line. I don't think he's a starter, but he could morph into that if he outperforms Zach Kerr. Last but not least, of course, I'm going to talk about Kawann Short. Look, I get it. I know that this is probably not likely to happen, but there have been multiple reports stating that the Panthers would entertain the idea of obviously bringing Short back on much friendlier deal if he is unable to find the right fit in free agency. He's had back-to-back season-ending shoulder injuries, which is definitely a concern, obviously. The Panthers could do a mainly incentive-based contract so that they are not tied up to pay out a few million for him to not be on the field. I think Short knows how Phil Snow wants to run the Panthers defense, and he also has experience mentoring rookie Derek Brown. So guys, those are my free agent defensive tackles that the Carolina Panthers could or should target. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, pound that subscribe button, show some love, pound that like button, comment down below, let me know what you think, click that post notifications bell so you get the new videos when they come out. Panther Nation, Pantherologists, you know what to do. Keep pounding.